Looks like the Sims community is taking a bigger step when it comes down to making sure this deal does not go through, and that involves EA billions of dollars and even creators completely walking away. And yeah, this might actually affect the future of the Sims, but we're going to get into that in just a second. Before I do want to quickly say, what is up, guys? My name's Simian. My name is Yin. I play The Sims. Did you see what I did there? And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. It feels good to be back, and I will be explaining a little bit more towards the end, so feel free to look at the timestamp. So if you missed it, here's the quick breakdown. Towards the end of 2025, a massive buyout deal worth around about $55 billion was announced involving EA. The groups backing this deal included major investors like Jared Kushner, Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, and the firm Silver Lake. Once the news had dropped, it didn't just stay in the gaming world. It was kind of a really big thing, not even in the game world, just in general, because of where the state of the world is in. At least if you're here in the United States, y'all already know it's a little bit crazy. Because of who these investors are, the concerns are tied to like everything. So it almost immediately, the community reaction was very intense, and The Sims did try to do a little bit of damage control, but personally, I feel like it just wasn't enough. And a lot of creators and players had concerns about all the investors involved. And because of that, a lot of the creators that were actually part of EA's creator program started stepping away. So not all for the exact same reason, but the biggest shared concern, they didn't feel comfortable being connected to what this buyout represented. Even though the buyout wasn't officially done or dealed, some people are even still waiting for the deal to go through. Now, creators like Little Simsy speaking out was very big in the community. She's one of the most recognized voices in the Sims community. So when someone like her takes a stand, and whether you agree or not, it's not just drama, it actually influences how a lot of players see the situation. So I feel like personally, this isn't just a random protest. It's coming from people that have been supported the franchise for years. And with this article, I do want to quickly shout out the Sims community. If you need any information regarding this article, I will go ahead and leave it down below. The Sims community is a great source when it comes down to getting your Sim news faster paced. And the article does say the EA buyout isn't over yet, and they'll be streaming on April 15th at 10 a.m. Eastern with a representative Congress Maxwell Frost to chat about what they can do about it. They'll be playing Stardew Valley while breaking down the $55 billion corporate deal. And y'all, this is insane because again, they are talking about the private equity buyout of EA and what gamers can actually do to stop it. There's a link to Little Simsy's Twitch. So a lot of Simmers have a lot of things to say about that. Again, this isn't just random. It's coming from people who have supported this franchise for years. And when those same people start pushing back, you know something serious is going down. And it's just insane to see all of this happening, and over the course of the past couple of months, I've been kind of MIA in Sim world, but seeing this is really keeping hopes. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about this. Some people are saying this is not going to change a damn thing. Some people are like, I'm glad this is still going and people are still talking about it. So we are going to have to wait and see what exactly happens when it comes down to The Sims just overall trying and just seeing if this is going to happen. Again, it's not just creators either. There have been a lot of EA employees not fully supporting this decision and have made that really known. A lot of employees have talked about their concerns about what's going on inside the game, and there's even talk of petitions circulating for employees to sign. And that's when it's just not it's deeper than just the community backlash. When people inside the company are questioning things too, it hits a lot differently. So I do want to quickly talk about the marketplace, because again, I've been away from this and I want to talk about this because the Sims news marketplace idea, a lot of players are thinking that EA is pushing this marketplace to make even more money after the buyout announcement. And personally, I don't fully agree with that. I think the marketplace was already in development for a while, but I will say the timing is kind of terrible. Like dropping something, monetizing right when they're already, Simmers are upset. The community is upset. So I don't feel like it was the best look for them, but I personally do feel like they had something like this going on for a while now. We do know The Sims was already headed towards a microtransaction state, and that's something that they've wanted to do for a very long time, and it just kept showing up in other ways, and this time it actually just kind of went through with everything. So y'all let me know down below in the comments how you guys feel about that. A lot of people feel like Rachel Franklin had things to do about this, and I feel like if you guys don't know who Rachel Franklin is, when The Sims 4 first announced, she was actually an executive at EA, but after Samantha Ryan stepped down, she took over and ended up being the new executive at EA. And a lot of people have some concerns between her and Andrew Wilson, who is the CEO of EA, just basically collaborating and coming up with a lot of people are stating evil mastermind of what's going on. But again, I do think that some things are a little bit bigger for even her, maybe Andrew CEO, of course, but I do feel like there's a lot of things going on. But honestly, I get why people are upset. The Sims isn't just a game. It's something that people have been growing up with for years, and all the damage control that they've tried to do, I feel like this is still, kind of getting still a lot of backlash. There has been a lot of Sim gurus who are just like, yeah, I'm out. I'm not with this. This is just all a little too much, and everything is all over the place. I mean, we've seen it countless times, even with Sim Guru Grant, who decided to leave Maxis in EA and put out a statement. Sim Guru Frost, who just straight up dipped, and nobody has heard from Sim Guru Frost. So this situation, it does kind of feel like everything's boiling over at once. And let's be real, over the past couple of years, especially with how The Sims has been handling brand updates and all of that, people are already having a lot to say. So for me, I feel like the movement and speaking out is going to bring attention to this, and I really do hope this deal does not go through the way it's currently looking. But at the same time, I've seen people saying it's basically already going to happen, while others are, a lot of people are still holding on to this hope. So right now it kind of feels like we're stuck in the middle, waiting to see what happens next, and just overall what is going to go on with the Sims franchise. Now, I feel like this is definitely one of the biggest moments the Sims community has had in a very long time. Last year was one of the craziest years for the Sims franchise, and 2026 is already starting off just a little bit like that for the Sims. There is so many new things that are popping up and going on. And then you've got creators speaking out, players are like divided, and even people inside EA raising concerns. And so now the question is that I have for you guys is, can the community actually make a difference when it comes down to this? I've seen what happens when we do speak up and things change in game. So I want to see what happens when we speak up and things change overall in the entire franchise, and not just a franchise, but the company in general. This is not just the Sims game we're talking about. This is talking about the franchise, and this is talking about overall who owns this franchise. It's a little bit of a bigger step rather than trying to get, swatches in the game or, a different world inside the game. It's even bigger than that. So you see what we had to do to just even get certain worlds in the game, or certain clothing, or certain representation, and certain, demographics inside the game. Now, this is even a bigger scale. So a lot of people are just saying, like, will this even matter? Is this even way beyond our control? And I understand where people are getting a little disheartened, or they feel that there is no hope for this, but I do feel like there is. I do feel like people are talking about it, and as long as we keep talking about it, it's, it could happen. So is this something that has already, gone too far along, or do you guys think the community is going to make a difference? Let me know what you guys think about that. But before I do want to quickly say, guys, I have missed this community so much. I have not posted in so long on here. When I tell you guys, when I jumped into the Sim news and Sim world of what was going on, I was completely shocked at everything that was happening. I was just like, what the heck? Like, we have the marketplace, we got some Sim drama, we got people from the, the maker players, saying that they're backing out of that. We have it's just so much. Like, EA secretly telling people like they can't talk about what they're going to be putting on the market. Guys, there's just so much I want to cover, and some of it is like, is it too much old news for me to cover? Like, do you guys even care about those opinions? Do you guys want me to just stay whatever is happening right now, just start from scratch? Or do you guys want me to talk about stuff that's been happening for months now? So there's just a lot of news that has been going on. And honestly, I was not prepared for as much Sim news as it was. I thought me stepping away for 2 months, every time I tried to come back, there was more and more news. And I felt like, personally, people just didn't care about my opinion of something that happened 2 weeks ago. So I did, I held off on it, and then like I got discouraged, and I felt like, well, no one was really going to watch. And, I kind of got in my own head a little bit, but this time I was just like, you know what? I'm going to be back in action. I'm going to post, and here I am. So again, I miss this community so much. And whether you're a silent viewer, you like my videos, you comment on my videos, or you share my videos, at the end of the day, you still showed me some love. And for that, I thank you. I will see you guys all in the next video. Again, let me know down below in the comments if you guys want me to cover a little bit of old news. I have another video coming out tomorrow, Friday, and hopefully I can get another video posted for the weekend. So again, you guys, I'm just excited to be back, and thank y'all so much for the love and support you have shown me. I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.